Right, then we start. Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. نويت تعلم وتعليم وتذكر وتذكير ونفع والانتفاع والإفادة والاستفادة والحث على تمسك بكتاب الله وبسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم ودعاء إلى الهدى والدلالة على الخير ابتغاء وجه الله ومرضاته وقربه وثوابه سبحانه وتعالى. Okay, inshallah, before we begin, let us recite a silent Fatiha for the acceptance of the gathering and for our good intentions, doing this solely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for His pleasure, and to seek reward from Him, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts all of this on the scales of our good deeds. Okay, right, so welcome back everybody. Alhamdulillah, it's been quite a long break, but inshallah we're going to get going now. So I want to just give a bit of an idea of how I want to organize our classes going forward. And the first thing that I want to say is that I'm going to basically give you a breakdown of how we're going to go and how we're going to end this course, because I've realized that what happens oftentimes is, and what's happened with us now, is we've been doing this for since years, yeah? January 2017 we started this, yeah? And I started this other online course the other day, and I was just looking back at my notes thinking, this is ancient, cobwebs are coming out of this stuff, yeah? So anyway, I want to kind of wrap all of this up, this whole Arabic study, and I want to put you at a good stage. What I want is basically, any language that you have, you look at four things, yeah? Writing, reading, listening, and speaking. Writing, listening, reading, and speaking. Now, as far as we're concerned, our focus, what's our focus? Our focus is just to understand the Book of Allah and the statements of the Prophet ﷺ. That's what we want, yeah? So that it becomes a source of guidance for us, and so therefore we become guided by virtue of that. That's our intention. So really, writing and speaking is not really of importance, okay? You can look at that later if you want to, or if you want to develop your writing or speaking later, that's fine, but that's not our focus, yeah? Our focus is not that. And oftentimes you tell people, I'm learning Arabic, what do they say? Okay, say this then, yeah? So unfortunately, that's not our thing. So then the other ones are reading and listening. Now, reading and listening, let's prioritize these, yeah? When you're listening to Quran, for example, the Imam who's reading Taraweeh or any Qari that you like listening to, sometimes it's difficult because they recite quickly, isn't it? So you can't, the Imam's not going to say, okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Inna, by the way, that's Harf Nasib, yeah? A'tainaka, by the way, that's Fi'l Madi, and the Na is Fa'il, and the Ka is Maf'ul Bihi. He's just going to, by the time you're thinking about Harf Nasib, he's going to ruku, yeah? So listening is step 2. The primary focus is step 1, which is reading. So when we read, we can read at our own pace, isn't it? We can control how fast and how slow we read. And so therefore, that's the focus. We want to be able to ensure that our reading gets stronger. So when in our own personal reading, however much we read on a daily basis or weekly basis, that is now taken from just a mere recital to with understanding. Yeah? So that's the focus. Now, how do we get that? Grammar. We have to learn this grammar. All this thing that we've been doing all this time, grammar, understanding sentence structure. Vocab comes later, right? People are oh, why don't you just tell us all the words in Quran? I can tell you all the words in Quran, yeah? But that's not going to give you for example, yeah, Jumla Ismiya. Jumla Ismiya is noun sentence, yeah? Now, in Jumla Ismiya, what is the thing that's hidden? Is. Now, there's no word for is. Yeah? So if I say to you, for example, cat and black, they're the words, there you go. But how are you going to know that cat has the, because got an L and you know grammatically what that means? And how are you going to know it's the cat is black as opposed to the black is cat? It's grammar, isn't it? Yeah? So that's the whole, learning what the endings are of certain words in this circumstance, this particle comes, all that's grammar. Okay? So what I want to do now is the following. I'm going to spend the next 10 or so sessions, maybe 15 sessions, going through basically everything that we've done previously in terms of grammar. It seems that maybe we have touched upon topics rather erratically, mainly my fault basically, and not kind of consolidated all of it. But now, from the start, I'm going to go from 0 all the way up to 100. Yeah, every single topic we'll go through it. But I've devised the way I'm going to do it now with a bit more like examples and stuff from Quran and stuff, so that we can solidify what we're doing. In addition to that, there'll be homeworks. Yeah, lots of homework, because I need people to understand the concepts. Okay, so we've got to a stage now where we're doing this for so long now. So I'm gonna go through stuff, and we're gonna give homeworks and stuff, and we expect people just to focus on the homework, get it done, and proceed. Yeah, that's that's for that period of time. After that, I want to go through this text. So Qasas Nabiyin, yeah, we started this. Okay, we started this, and alhamdulillah, we got through a fair bit of it, but we haven't really scratched the surface. Sheikh Abu Hassan al-Nadwi rahmatullah alayhi wrote this book for Arabic students. 4 books actually. We read the first chapter of the first book. Yeah, so he's actually written 4 books. Starts off with the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam, then the story of Yusuf alayhi salam, then the story of Nuh alayhi salam, then the story of the Prophet, then the Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salam, then Sayyidina Sulaiman alayhi salam, Sayyidina Shu'aib alayhi salam, Sayyidina Zakaria alayhi salam, Ayub, Yunus alayhi salam, Maryam alayhi salam, and Isa alayhi salam, and so on and so on. Okay, and so it's very, very extensive, and Arabic gets harder and harder. So it starts off with kana, like we've done, done kana. Then it becomes more prose. Yeah. The thing about this is no annotation. You're going to get the book and read it. That's it. So that's how I want our reading to now progress. You got to really, your mind's got to work now. You've got to know, like here, right? Qara'tum. What's qara'tum? Qara'tum is fi'l madi. Okay, qara'tum means you read. Qissata, that's maf'ul, yeah, because of fatha. Qissata Sayyidina. So the story of, that's mudaf alayh. Sayyidina Ibrahima. Ibrahim is ghayr munsarif. It's got 1 fatha. But Sayyidina, and that why is ataf now from that, like that. That's like, we'll start off slowly, and that's why he kind of introduces the whole text slowly, and then slowly your prose gets better and better. Then, when you open the Quran, it's easier that way. That's what we want, isn't it? That we can recite and just understand it. But there's a process to get to that. Once we finish Qasas Nabiyin, I'm then going to teach a course on Balagha. And Balagha is basically like the hidden meanings of Arabic. Meaning, why does Allah Ta'ala say Alhamdulillah and not Lillah alhamd? What is the difference between the two? What is the rhetorical difference? And this is much more deeper now, because all of this, like we're understanding Arabic effectively in English. Yeah. So qara'tu means he read. Yeah. Qissata means story. Sayyidina, the master, our master. Ibrahim, etc. But then Balagha takes it now to us understanding Arabic in Arabic. Okay. So now it's a shift now. Okay. And then you start to learn more of the beauty of the language. Okay. Why Allah Ta'ala will use certain examples. One of the big topics of Balagha is like similitudes. Yeah. Allah Ta'ala strikes an example, like in Musa, in Surah Baqarah, he says, he speaks about the munafiqeen, and then he says, like, they are like, أو كسيب من السماء, or it's like a rain, فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق, darkness, lightning, thunder. Yeah. يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم. They put their fingers in their ears. Like, is this literally happening? No. But this is a metaphor, it's a parable. So what are the deeper meanings of that? That's what balagha is. Yeah, that's more deeper. Once I finish that, then inshallah after that we will do a study of the Juz Amma. The Juz Amma, at that point our study will be a lot more advanced because grammar we won't have to, I'm not going to do Arab of that because we've already done all that kind of stuff. But it'll be a more deeper thing. Once we finish Juz Amma, then we will finish. Then you will graduate from the unofficial University of Arabic. Yeah. So it's at that point where I will be content with you guys to now go and can pursue your own personal study. Yeah. So that's the way I want to proceed, inshallah. Okay. So this is how I want to do it, and I hope that Allah Ta'ala gives me strength to be able to complete it. But I need just we need to focus. Yeah. Now, one of the things that I want to mention is this. I'm now recording these classes live. There's going to be a lot of content we're going to go through now. Go through the recordings, okay? I've made like extra effort. I mean, we invested more personally for us to record live because there's no internet in this building, yeah, no Wi-Fi or anything. So I've got like extra Wi-Fi and data, so we can stream it live, so we can use the recording. And I've also got, if it works, a Dropbox, yeah. So this Dropbox, this is like a folder, yeah. So like you can just access this folder whenever. And in there, I'm going to put like homeworks and vocab lists. So you'll get a vocab list every week, okay? And you'll also get homeworks, right? So I'll add you guys, if you text me your email addresses, you'll be able to access everything from here, okay? The reason why I haven't like printed this out is because it's a work in progress. So homework 2 will come when week 2 comes, and homework 3 will come when week 3 comes, like that and like that, yeah? So I haven't kind of like written the whole thing. It's like a work in progress, basically. Is that okay? So inshallah, we ask Allah for tawfiq in this effect. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off basically with grammar and understanding. First and foremost, nouns. Today we're going to go through nouns and fragments. Okay, so jar, majroor, sifa, mawsuf, all of these things, just to reinvigorate our kind of knowledge of them. And some extra points that we might not necessarily have gone through. Okay, now it's up to you how you want to kind of do this. I was looking today about effective note taking, yeah, because it's an art, it's a science, and to be honest, there's so much stuff out there online. It's just ridiculous. You just get lost with it. But I think that the only thing with note taking is just listen and just take in. What I will do is what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of do this in the form of a mind map, yeah. So I do like a mind map. If you want to copy the mind map, you can copy the mind map. If you want to just write however you want to write, but take notes and try and take in as much as you can, yeah.
Can you put that on?
Yeah, I'll save that as a PDF, yeah.
Just in case.
Yes. To Auntie Safia and Auntie Sadia, first of all, I don't know whether you've come purposely in black to suggest that we haven't got a clue what's going on. That's the first thing. Second thing is this is suitable for everyone, yeah? So we're going literally from zero now. From level 1, everything, okay? I said to my mom, I said, shall I do some booster classes in Urdu? And she said, you'll confuse them even more than end up learning some other language as a result of my very poor Urdu. So I'm going to try and make it as easy as possible, okay? Right. Okay, so the first thing is nouns, okay? So obviously we know that the Arabic word is split into 3. Every single word in the Quran is either a noun or a verb or a particle, okay? We know nouns are effectively words that name other things, okay? We know verbs that describe an action, and we know particles that they don't make any sense by themselves, but when they come with a noun or a verb, then they make sense. Okay, so we will go through all of these at a specific time, but for now we're going to go through nouns. Yeah. Like that. Can everybody see that for now? Should I turn one of the lights off? Should I be better? That one. It's going to turn everything off. Is that too thingy? It's too much, isn't it? I can't turn. There's one switch for all of them. So I'll change it to gold or? Yeah, I'll yeah. I'll do that. Right. So the first thing that I want to discuss in nouns, well, basically nouns have four properties. Okay, we have status or i'rab, ending, we have number, we have gender, and we have type. Okay, so let's first look at status. Okay, status basically means the ending. Because we know grammar is basically all about the endings of words and how one word can come and change the ending of another word. So our sentence, like a basic sentence, yeah, or we could say speech. Speech is a bunch of words ordered in a certain way that convey some sort of a meaning. They give a beneficial meaning. So if I say the cat is black, there's four words there. They're in a specific order, and it makes sense. If I say cat black there is, that's the same four words, but they don't have a specific order, don't have a specific sequence, so it doesn't make sense. So in order for us to speak properly, or for speech to be correct, there have to be a group of words ordered in a specific way to convey a beneficial meaning. Okay, so when we come to the issue of a sentence, all right, we have to look at those words, how they interact with each other. That's important. Okay, so status will give us that information. Status will basically define to us how we go about working that information out. Now, the first thing that we have to remember about words is words are, or nouns in particular, they can be of three types. They can, on what we describe that as is flexibility. What does flexibility mean? Okay, first thing is, what are the different types of endings that a noun can have? Or what are the different types of state that a noun can have?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can say the types are rafa, nasab, jar. Okay. Right. Now, for a normal singular word, just for these purposes now, what is the state? What is the sign for rafa? Dhamma or dhamma. Nasab, jar, kasra. Right. Those are our states. That's just for, I mean, this is just for information purposes. The point is, you just need to remember these words: rafa, nasab, and jar. Okay. Those are the potential state endings that we could have. Right. Now, how does that translate then in actual endings themselves? What are the endings that we could potentially have? Well, we could have a whole raft of endings. Now, what will define whether there are different endings? What number it is. So, for example, you have one state for singular, a certain set of endings for singular, a certain set of rules for dual, and a certain set of rules for plural. And then plural is split into masculine and feminine. Now we're going to go specifically into number later, but I'm just talking about endings for now, yeah? So for singular, we have in a rafa state, okay, what is the ending? Like you said, dhamma, yeah? In nasab state, it is fatha. And jar state, is kasra. That's singular, yeah? Now, what about dual? So in rafa state is what? Yes. Ani. Yeah? Nasab state? Oh dear. Ain. Yeah? Jar state? Aini again. Right? So let's give an example. Muslimun. That's a single noun in rafa state. What about in nasab state? Anybody? Musliman. And in jar state? Muslimin. Good, easy, right? Now let's look at jewel. So in Rafa state,
Muslimani.
good, Muslimani. In Nasab state,
Muslimani.
Muslimaini. And in Jar state,
Muslimani.
Muslimaini. Okay, it's the same. Yeah. Now let's look at the plural. So plural we have different for feminine and masculine. Yeah. So for masculine in the Rafa state, it is una. Yeah. In Nasab state, yes. Oopsie. Yeah. And in Jar state, yes. So we would say Muslimuna. That's plural in Rafa state. Yeah. In Nasab state, yes, Muslimina. And in Jar state, again, same, Muslimina. Like so. Okay. Now let's look at the feminine endings. Yeah. Again, this is stuff we shouldn't be too alien to. Rafa, at. Right. Nasab, and Jar. So example. Like that. Yeah. So that's fine. Yeah. These are just basic endings that we have for each one. Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. And obviously we know if you have an al, then what happens? But if I add an al to this, what would happen? Then we will go, yeah. Then we will go. Yeah. Yeah, so that's that. So that's I mean, Muslim is okay because it's a word that can basically have any ending, yeah, in any circumstance, right? The issue comes when we have problems with that. Okay, so what happens when we have an issue with that is the issue of flexibility. So what happens when we have flexibility? Basically, we have like a few types of words. You have those types of words which are mu'rab. What are those types of words in mu'rab? Yeah, all endings. Can take all endings. Like Muslim. Muslim is mu'rab. Can take dhamma, can take fatha, can take kasra. Can take it in tanween state or can take it in non-tanween state, single vowel. Yeah. So that's mu'rab. Yeah. The other type is mabni. Mabni is what? So it will still take the state, but it doesn't show the ending. The ending is the same, yeah, but it still have, like, for example, it will still be in a state. Those nouns will be in some sort of a state, but it just won't show. Yeah. So there are examples of this. Yeah. One example is any word which has a alif maqsura. Example of a word that has what is alif maqsura? Alif maqsura is like that ya which has no dots on it. So alif maqsura. So for example, Lubna, yeah, yeah, Isa, etc., Aqsa, etc. All of these that have the Isa saying, yeah, like that. That has in Rafa state, Nasab state, Jar state, that's what it will look like. Okay, that's one type. Another type is those which the word which are like ism ishara. What are the ism ishara? Hada, hadihi, all of these things. Yeah? Yeah, tilka, dhalika, all of these, which we'll go into later. But I'm just explaining that they don't change. Yeah? Another one, موصول. الذي, اللذان, الذين, okay? التي, اللتان, yeah? اللاتي, all of these, yeah? That we've done. They don't change ever. Yeah? Then you have another type which are partially flexible, which are known as غير منصرف. غير منصرف. So remember we did غير منصرف? Those words which are partially. So mu'rab, they can take any ending. Dhamma, fatha, kasra. Mabni won't take any ending. غير منصرف will take some ending. So first of all, what are the rules? Yeah. What are the rules of غير منصرف? Yeah, so no kasra, and no tanween. Yeah. Right. So in Rafa, what is going to be the ending? Rafa. This is second part of kasra. Dhamma. Okay. In Nasr, fatha, and in Jar, fatha as well. Right? Okay. So let's look at so that's how we treat them. So which words are غير منصرف? There are certain types of nouns that are always غير منصرف. So let's look at them. You have all non-Arab names. Some examples from the Quran. Yusuf, غير منصرف. See, غير منصرف is like, special, isn't it? So obviously, anyway, as in like, as compliments go, you're غير منصرف, Anyway, Ismail, most of the prophets' names are غير منصرف, okay? Except which ones? Salih, Nuh, Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, alayhi salam. Okay, these are munsarif. These are mu'rab. Other than them, majority are the same. Yaqub, okay?
Which three?
Salih, Nuh, Muhammad. Yeah, the Arab. Yeah, Arab names. Yaqub, Ibrahim, etc. etc. Yeah, they're all غير منصرف. So what I mean is, you'll never see tanween on them, and you'll never see a kasra on them. Right? So that's one categorization. The other categorization of names of غير منصرف words is feminine names. All feminine names. Okay? So Zainab, okay, Aisha, etc. etc. All names. So there you go, women, you can say we are all غير منصرف. That's fine. We are exceptionally extra. Yeah, we don't have tanween. All the other men have tanween, I'm afraid. Right? So that's that. Okay? And you see that in the Quran, yeah? Maryam alayhi salam, etc. Maryam one we see in the Quran. Yeah? Okay? The final group are place names. Place names, right? So Makkah, Okay, Makkah we see in the Quran. Yathrib we see in the Quran. Jahannam. Okay, Jahannam we see in the Quran.
What's name?
Place names,
Yes.
names of places. Yeah. What the rule that we have to remember though with these is if al is added, becomes mu'arab. So for example, al-Iraq. So Iraq is a place of a name, right? We put al to it, then you can have dhamma, fatha or kasra. Al-Jahannam, yeah, for example, yeah, Al-Makkah. Then that ghayr munsarifness is cancelled if you add an al. Yeah, then it becomes wara. Okay? Everybody understand that? So that's status basically, yeah. And the key thing that we need to remember is that any of these endings can come, unless of course that they are otherwise, right? And when they are otherwise, then we need to know obviously غير منصرف, only a dhamma, only a fatha, rafa nasab jar, etc. etc. Mabni is easy, you just need to see these and that's it, that the endings won't change. You still need to know what state they're in, but we're just looking at this from a word level. We're going to go into sentence level. At the moment, we're just looking at words in and of themselves. Then when the microscope is taken out of it, then we're looking at the sentence. How that comes there, then that comes there, then that comes there, and that ending is because of this, and that ending is because and then you break these two up, and that's the is, or this is the object, etc., etc. Yeah, which we'll look at. Yeah. Now another thing that it's kind of like an offshoot of status is pronouns. So pronouns we've done, yeah. First thing to note that there's two types of pronouns. There's what? What type of pronouns are there? Two types.
متصل
غير متصل. What's غير متصل?
منفصل.
Okay, so what are they? Can you speak in English? What's منفصل?
Attached to the
No,
منفصل or
independent. Yeah. But then you have those which are attached. Right? Now, the independent ones, okay, they are, you have one for all of them, the 14 patti, the conjugation that we've got. You've got one for all of them. So for third person, you got huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna. Oh yes, I forgot to tell you something by the way. Lots of memorization now. Okay? Lots of hifl. Lots of memorization required. Okay? It's very, very important. Yeah. A lot of this stuff now, we want to get to that stage where we can read and understand. We've got all of this has got to be in the brain. Yeah. So we've got to focus now. Lots of this we should know these pronouns. Okay? And you'll be tested on them. You'll be definitely tested on. We'll test you on these. You need to know them like clockwork. Yeah. MashaAllah, we all learned that past tense patti we learned brilliantly. But I think after that we all fell. Yeah. So we want to make sure we really, really hone this in properly. Okay. So that's third person. Second person. Anta. Antuma. Antum. Anti. Antuma. Oopsie. Antunna. Yeah. Okay. And then first person. Ana. Nahnu. That's it. Those are these, yeah. One thing easy to remember, these will always be in rafa state. Always. Always will be in rafa state. Yeah? That's it. That's what you need to remember. The attached ones, that's where we have some issues. Yeah? So those, we just need to memorize these. Okay? We need to memorize these. Now, with attached, we will break this down. Now, what can a particle be attached to?
No. Noun, over.
And
Forward.
particle as well. Sorry, a pronoun. Pronoun can be attached to a particle, noun, or a verb. Okay? In those circumstances, its function changes. As far as independent is concerned, it's always rafa state. Okay? When we attach them to something, then their function changes. So what happens? Okay? If we attach it to a noun, what is the function of the pronoun? The pronoun becomes mudaf ilayh. Becomes its possessor. Yeah, it becomes its possessor. So for example, we have, for example, kitabuhu. That there is his possessor, his book. Yeah? Or if I say, for example, Rasuli, my messenger. That there, attached pronoun, isn't it? Yeah? Now we've got possession here now. So the function of that pronoun is what? Mudaf ilayh. Okay? The possessor. Anytime you see a pronoun attached to a noun, straight away you know there's a possession going on there. Yeah? If it's mudaf ilayh, what does that mean? What state is it in? What is the mudaf ilayh state? No, what's the state? There's no kasra, is it? What's the state? What did I say? States?
Oh, it can be rafa or mansoob, but it cannot be kasra.
Okay.
Rafa state, Rafa.
No.
But you will see.
Mudaf
So
ilayh.
is
Like
what
what?
do you have to know?
Well, there's two. Come on, let's see if we can do it. What's mudaf ilayh? Jar. Good guess. I think I'm gonna have good opinion and say you knew it. Jar. Yeah? It's end. Like for example, yeah, Kitabullahi, Rasulullahi. Yeah? Rasulullahi. Kasra. Jar. Yeah? So that pronoun is in the state of jar, but it's not showing its end. One of the things that we have to remember about pronouns, they are mabni. They don't show the ending. Yeah, they're a type of mabni. They don't show the endings. Okay, so here, kitabuhu here, that hu there, that is its mudaf ilayh. That's in jar state, but there's no kasra. Why? Mabni. Doesn't show its ending. Doesn't show its ending ever. When will that be kasra? It will only be kasra if, for example, I put a fi here and it becomes kitabihi. That's just for ease of language. But otherwise, its normal state is that it's got a demand there because that's how it's written. Okay? So what are the attached pronouns? We'll go to the attached pronouns, what they are in a second. Point is, from a noun perspective, when it's attached, then it's the mudaf ilayh. Okay? When it's attached to a verb, what is it? Maf'ul. Yeah. The maf'ul bihi. So therefore, what state is it in?
Fatha.
What state?
Oh,
Not what haraka.
Nasab.
Nasab. Remember, this is just a state. You see, like look at this. We said there's three types of states: rafa, nasab, and jar. Yeah. Now, the rafa state for a singular word is different to the rafa state for a dual word, is different for the rafa state for a masculine plural and for a feminine plural. So we don't say, oh, this is the haraka. We just say that's its state. It just depends on the context of the sentence where it is, which we're going to go through the words at a sentence level. We're going to get to that. The point is, I'm just looking at the word level. So as far as the word level is concerned, we're looking at states. Yeah. So we need to memorize the states. The signs of those states, well, that's there. That's all. That's all the states there. That's their signs. As far as we're concerned, though, we're just looking here at what states each pronoun will be in. The endings, they're not going to be there. That's the point. Yeah. Anyway, that's the object. Next, it can come after a particle. Yeah. When it comes after a particle, what is that? It's known as well, after harf jar, isn't it? So it's jar majroor. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let's give an example of a verb. So, for example, if I say nasartuhu. This is the attached pronoun. That's the verb. What does nasartu mean? I helped. Who is the attached pronoun? So what does that now mean? I helped him. That who there is acting as the object, the thing that is being helped, the object of the verb. So whenever a pronoun is now attached to a verb, we must remember that it's the object of it, the one which is being done upon. So when it's a noun, it's mudaf alayh, it's a possessor. When it's a verb, it's the object of it. When it's a particle, like a preposition, then it's just like after a particle. So therefore, what state is it in? If it comes after a harf jar, what state is it in? It's jar, isn't it? Yeah. So for example, fihi. Fi is the particle. In, he, it. Yeah. Or for example, lana. Yeah. So one thing to remember about harf jar, yeah, particularly the lam. Normally the harf jar is li. Yeah. So alhamdulillahi, that li there. Yeah. Whenever this li attaches to a pronoun, it gets a zabar, gets a fatha. Yeah. Yeah. So for example, qala lahu Musa. Musa said lahu to him. Yeah. So that lam is actually li, which is this one here, to. But when it attaches to this pronoun, it gets a zabar. Yeah, lahum, for example, yeah. Same, yeah. That's the rule to remember. Okay? So what are the attached pronouns? Let's just give the tarif of them. So third person, second person, and first person. So in third person we have who. Yeah, like kitabuhu. Yeah, by the way, this is for all of them. Yeah. Those are just for the independent obviously because of different states, you know, when you attach to a noun or a verb or particle. These are just talking, this is universal now. So third person, the first one, what's the first conjugation in third person? Singular masculine. Yeah, just think about that pattern. Singular masculine, singular dual, singular plural. Feminine masculine, feminine singular, feminine dual, feminine plural. Then you, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, masculine. Then you, 1, 2, 3, feminine. Then I, then we. Remember that? We've done all that. Yeah, just remember that patti. Yeah. So here, huwa, singular masculine. Huma, dual masculine. Hum, plural masculine. Here, single feminine. Huma, dual feminine. Hunna, feminine plural. Anta, you singular masculine. Antuma, you singular plural. You singular you. Dual masculine, yeah. Antum, you masculine plural. Anti, you feminine singular. Antuma, you feminine dual. Antunna, you feminine plural. Ana, I, nahnu, we. So you just remember that pattern, yeah? Again, you just need to learn this. Okay? No nice way about saying it. I can't, give you sweets about it. You just gotta do it. Yeah? So who? The next one? Don't worry if you can't copy all of this down. I'm gonna make this available for anyway, yeah? Second person?
Ka.
Ka.
Kuma. Kum. Ki. Kuma. Kum.
Now,
Na.
when it comes to this one, the first person singular, there's an issue here. Because when it attaches to a particle, okay, so we'd say if it's a particle or if it's a noun, then the ending will be E with a sukun before it. But if it attaches to a verb, then it will be ni. Like that. Yeah? So, example is if I say, for example, darabani. Now, what is the ni acting here? What is daraba in terms of what is it as a word? It's not mudari. It's a verb. Yeah. So therefore, when a pronoun attaches to a verb, what is the purpose of it? What is it? If it's a well, it's the object, yeah. So therefore, in order for us to attach this ya, we can't say darabi or darabayi. So if we add this noon comes to basically make our recitation easy for us. So we're going to darabani. That's where that noon comes. That only comes when the pronoun, the personal singular pronoun, attaches to a verb. Only. If it attaches to a noun or a plural, it's just like that. Like for example, if it attaches to a noun, like for example, kitabi. There's no noon there. There's no noon there. Yeah? Or if I say, for example, qala li, he said to me. That ya there is attached to li, which is a particle. There's no noon there. So only when it comes to a verb there, then you add this noon, which is known as noon wuqaya. It's a placed noon to help with the recitation, yeah? So there, for attached personal pronoun, it's either ya with the kasra before it on a plural, on a particle and noun, or it's ni for the verb. Yeah? And the final one is na. Okay? Right? Okay? Now, so we've gone through two properties of nouns. We've gone through status, i'rab, basically the endings, and we've gone through that's what we've gone through so far. Yeah. So we've got type, number, and things. Okay, that's fine. Right. The next thing that I want to go through is gender. So basically, gender is basically two, yeah? Masculine or feminine. By default, all nouns are masculine. By default, all nouns are masculine unless any of the following 6 signs of femininity come. Yeah? Six in total, right? So the first type is those which are, we can say, like biologically feminine. So for example, we have Mother. Yeah, we know as well because mother is feminine. Yeah, ukht. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Animals generally are, so we have like bakara, feminine, like that. Yeah, these are biologically feminine. What we understand as being feminine. Yeah, in normal language. Yeah. The other type is body parts that come in pairs. So examples are shaffa. Anybody know what shaffa is? Tips. Yeah, tips. Udhun, ears. Yeah. Yet, hands. Okay. Eye, eyes. Those things which come in pairs, body parts, they are treated as feminine. Okay. Everybody following so far, yeah? Another type is words that have the following endings. So those that have the ending of the ta marbuta, yeah, or hamza, or alif and hamza, or alif maksura. Anytime you see any of these at the end of anything, straight away it's like that. So for example, we said Baqarah. This one, yeah, Umra, Ulaba, yeah, Kubra, yeah, Isa. We treat it as feminine, yeah. Okay. The next one is those which are place names. Place names are also what? غير منصرف, yeah? We've gone through this. The place names there. Place names are also what we'd find is generally feminine. Yeah. So, for example, I don't know, Pakistan. Yeah. Makkah. Makkah is there because it's got Tamil Buddha there anyway. Yeah. Maghrib. America. And so on and so on. Yeah. Place names. Okay. Another one that we need to remember is non-human plurals. So an example of that is kutub. What's kutub? Books. Yeah. If I say masajid. Yeah. Masajid. Okay. What else? Well spotted. Yeah. Masajid. Another example.
Asma.
Sayyarat. Cars. Yeah. Asnam. Everything. Yeah. Non-human plurals. Now we've got biological, body parts, endings, place names, non-human plural. The final one is because the Arabs said so. Yeah, just because they said it, so it is like that. So example is like like extraterrestrial, like things like planets, like Shams, yeah, Qamar, Ard, yeah.
But there's no place.
Hmm?
It then coming with place.
Yeah. But my point, like science of planets and all that kind of thing, out of space type of stuff. Yeah. Nar, that one. Nafs. It's just because they've said it. Yeah.
Nafs.
Yes. Yep. It's in the Quran. Sama. Heavens. Yeah. Just because I've said it. So how do you learn them? You just read. Yeah. You just pick it up. And you'll notice, like in the Quran, Allah Ta'ala will speak about nafsul mutma'inna. Yeah? Nafsul mutma'inna. The nafs mutma'inna, that's the sibab. Yeah? You just pick this up. Yeah, you pick them up in your reading. You can't, we're not Arab, so we didn't do the rules, yeah? So that's just how it is. So those are the 6 signs of femininity. You see any of them, that's when you start, you gotta treat it like feminine. How do you treat it like feminine? So for example, the particle that relates to it is gonna be feminine, etc., like that, yeah? But these are the things we just need to remember. We see any of these straight away, like we look at that. All right? Understand?
Yes.
Right. How are we doing? Okay. Now, just a few more, and then we'll call it a day. Number. Okay. So, as far as number is concerned, we know that in Arabic you have singular, dual, and plural. Singular is 1, dual is 2, plural is 3 and more. Okay, in Arabic they have a separate thing for. We have a separate categorization totally for dual. All right. So we know, okay, that when it comes to the dual, we know that there's ani, an ani and aini, etc. Yeah, we've already done that. But I just want to mention a few things about plural. Okay. So plural, you have 3 types of plural. You have sound plural, you have broken plural, and you have you could say meaning plural. So sound is the one that has the sound ending. So what are these sound endings? These are muslimuna, that una there. Any word that has that, you describe that as a sound plural. Yeah? Ina. Okay? In the feminine form. And those endings there, at and atun and atin. There is what you describe as sound. Fine? The other one is broken. Now, broken are those who do not, these have a specific form, ina, atun, atin, etc., una, yeah? These have no form. Okay, there can be various different patterns that they can come in, yeah? So, for example, qalam, pronoun is, the plural is aqlam. Kitab, plural is kutub. Yeah? Masjid, masajid. So, for example, Fuad, heart, afida, hearts, afida, like that, yeah. Imra'ah, woman, plural, nisa. This is how some of them just don't have anything yet. How do you learn these? Just reading. Again, you can't really, just because the Arab said so. That's how it is. Yeah, so you pick them up again. Yeah, this is something you just learn through seeing them. Okay. The next type are those which are plural by meaning. So they might not necessarily have a specific form, but they are just like that by meaning. So for example, nas. What is nas?
People.
Mankind, yeah, people. So that means plural. That doesn't mean singular, does it? It means plural, yeah. But if I say, for example, qawm, what is qawm? It's like a nation. So that means plural, yeah. Like that, yeah. If I say, for example, al is like a group or family, yeah.
Generation.
Yeah, generation, yeah. You could say the same thing. You could say hizb. Hizb is like a group. Again, it means plural. If it means plural, and therefore it comes under that category, right? One thing that we need to now remember is how do we treat these, right? Do we just all treat them all as plural? No. So the treatment is such, yeah. Non-human plurals are treated as singular feminine. So if I say, for example, اشتريت الكتب وقرأتها. I bought the books and I read her. Her is what? Her, let's go back to attached pronouns. So her here is feminine singular, right? So, but it's relating back to those plural books. But books is non-human. So it's referring back to that. Yeah? Understand? Like that. Non-plurals are treated as singular. What I mean by treatment is whenever they're referred to like that. So, and another example. If I want to say these books, what would I say? هذه الكتب. هذه is what? Single feminine. هذا هذين هؤلاء. هذه is single feminine. But it's relating to a group of books, plural number of books. But it's treated as single feminine. Regardless of whether that word itself is masculine or feminine. It's treated as that. That's the point. Yeah? Okay? That's non-human prose, right? That's the only one that's a bit kind of like, okay, you have to grasp, yeah? Otherwise, the rest are treated as is, yeah? So the sound, masculine plural, is treated as masculine plural. Okay, so if I say, أولئك هم المفلحون, yeah? Una there, right? So that means it's plural, sound plural, una. So that whom is what? Plural as well, masculine plural. So it's treated like that in that circumstance, yeah? If it's feminine plural, it's treated as feminine plural. Yeah? We went through the, we were going through the topic about divorced women. What did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say? وَالْمُطَلَّقَاتُ يَتَرَبَّصْنَ. Mutallaqat at those women who are divorced. يَتَرَبَّصْنَ. What happens? They wait. Yeah, for 3 menstrual cycles. Yeah, and the point is at, that's feminine, and so it's treated as feminine, masculine. What is masculine feminine plural? So this يتربصن يتربص يتربصا يتربصوا يتربصتا يتربصن. Yeah, like that. The feminine plural. Okay. Okay. Now, if you have a and then same. So if you have a broken plural, it's treated as masculine plural. Yeah. And if you have a plural by meaning plural, same. Treated as plural. Yeah. All right.
Can you repeat the last 2 points? The broken plural are treated as
Masculine plural.
all of them.
Yeah. Meaning plural, same. Unless, of course, if they're non-human. Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's not human, then it will be treated as
Single feminine.
Mm.
Yeah. Right. Final thing, and then we're going to finish for today, is the type. The gender. We've gone through the number. Now we're going through the type. The 4th property of noun. Yeah. 2 types. You have those which are common and those which are proper. What are the Arabic terms that we might remember? Nakira and Ma'arifa. What that basically means is common is not specified. It's not specified specifically what we're talking about. So if I say, for example, Kitabun, what does that translate as? A book, any book. It's not specific. This is the default. The default state of a noun. If I say Kitabun, that's a default noun. In default state of Rafa, okay, no else, no nothing, just a book, any book. Okay, anything, right? Ma'rifa is when it becomes specific now. If I say Al-Kitab, that's becoming more specific now, a specific book, the book. Yeah? Dhalika Al-Kitab, that specific book there, right? So how do we know certain words are proper and not proper? There are certain types of proper nouns, okay? The Ism Ishara is treated as a proper noun. Proper, yeah. When we look at sentences, proper and non-proper, common, that will make more sense. But for now, we just need to remember this, yeah? Ism Ishara is like that. Mawsul is the same. That's also proper. Okay? Any words that have al. Yeah. Mudaf. Mudaf. Okay? And names. So let's give an example of each. Ishara. So if I have had, okay, That's a proper noun. Yeah. Now, let's say, like let's say you have the mubtada khabar. Yeah. So in mubtada khabar, if you have a normal sentence, yeah, we have mubtada and we have khabar. Normal sentence, yeah, normal basic sentence. That is normally ma'arifa, and the khabar is normally nakira. So if I say hadha kitabun, what does that mean? This is a book. This is a book. If I add al to this, the kitab becomes ma'rifa, becomes proper. So now what does hadha kitab mean? No. This book. It changes from a sentence to a phrase. You understand? Yeah? So when you have two of them, then so the meaning changes, the al changes everything. How do I say this is the book? We're going to go into this. But you add a pronoun. هذا هو الكتاب. Yeah? But we're going to go into that later. The point is that that's the difference. Okay? Similarly, if I say الذين آمنوا. Okay? الذين آمنوا. Right? So الذين is going to be ma'arifa. Why is it going to be ma'arifa? Because it's now making something clear. That's the whole point. The whole point of saying ma'arifa is now making something more specific. Yeah? So, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ. Indeed, mankind is in a state of khusr. Yeah? Khusrin. That's like nakira. Everybody's in loss. Every single thing is in loss. That's nakira. Common. Illa alladhina, except those. So now that alladhina now is making it specific. Except the sila after that is now making it proper. Those who believe, etc., etc., etc. So you see that shift between common and proper? That's what the mawsul does. It then clarifies the situation. Yeah? Al, as we know, any word that has al becomes is ma'arifa, is treated like that. Yeah? Becomes specific. Mudaf, importantly, mudaf. So if I say, for example, Rasulullah. So how would you translate that?
Allah. Rasul of Allah.
You haven't translated it.
Sorry, messenger of Allah.
No. The messenger of Allah. Remember when we did of rule, yeah? So we said we swap around the of, so it becomes Allah of the messenger. Remember, this is the first, this is the second. That's the first, that's the second. We take out the of and we take out the of the first word. So it becomes the Rasul and then Allah. Then we add the endings. So Rasul is still proper. Is the messenger of Allah. It's specific. It doesn't show though. How do we know that it's proper? If I go to now describe the Rasul, right? If I was to say he's noble, what I would say is this. Al-Karimu. How do I know it's describing Rasul? Well, first of all, Dhamma. That's Dhamma. Yeah? That's Dhamma, that's Dhamma. Both singular, both masculine. This is all. But I know from my knowledge, okay, the Mudaf does not have al, but it is proper, specific. So I'm treating, so in order for me to describe that, then because description has to agree in all four, that's agreeing with that. What happens if I say, for example, if I say what if I say this? Rasulullah Kareemun. So the first one was Rasulullah al-Kareemu, the noble messenger of Allah. What happens if I change, if I say this now?
A noble messenger. A messenger of Allah, noble. A messenger of Allah is noble.
The
No.
messenger of Allah is noble.
It becomes a sentence. Becomes a sentence.
What about if you had to say a messenger of Allah?
You don't. You don't. The whole point of possession is, it's not a generic. Because you're making it specific. That's the whole point of possession. That's the whole point of possession. If I was to say any, like, let's say for example, if I was to say any messenger, then I wouldn't use mudaf ilayh. I would say, for example, ay rusul min Allah, any messenger from Allah. You wouldn't say a messenger of Allah. Yeah? So the whole point of mudaf ilayh is it makes it specific. That's what you have to remember. There's a specificness to it. Yeah? So this is basically nouns, right? This is nouns. Okay, just very quickly, I just want to mention the homework. So the homework is, if you go, or I would just send me your email address and I'll attach it to this thing. I'll save this PDF. So the homework, what I've done is I've just devised some homework which I want you to kind of go through. It's pretty straightforward. Just go through the understanding nouns bit. So there's 4 exercises which you'll have to do. Just complete them, and the sentence fragments we're going to do next week. Yeah, just go through this. What I'm going to do is, in order to save time, a video will go up next Tuesday going through the homework. Yeah. So rather than going through in class, okay, I want you to just mark it yourselves. All right. Anybody have serious problems with it, then tell me, and we'll go through it. But it's pretty easy. This is so far. It's pretty straightforward.
You have to read online or?
No, you can just write it down. Like, for example, just write down one, just for your own notes. These are okay. Just create your own set of notes, whatever homework. You know, these will always be up. These homeworks, yeah. So I know what you're referring to. But
Yeah, you can print that out.
yeah, print it off if you want to. Yeah, I mean it's done in a way where you can mark on there. Just download and print it. Yeah. Okay. So, inshallah, just one thing that I thought about that I just very quickly want to just mention in respect of nakira. So one of the du'as in the Quran, Allah Ta'ala, He says, one of the du'as that He says in the Quran is Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa في الآخرة حسنة. Yeah? The point is that I'm trying to say here is that hasanatan is common. Yeah? It's not specific. So the dua that we're making here is like, this is such an all-encompassing dua. Because we're saying, oh Allah, give us in the dunya every single type of good imaginable, those which I can remember and those which I can't remember, right? That's why we're not saying Rabbana atina fid dunya al hasanat. Oh Allah, give us the good things, because the good things is what we perceive as good things. When we say hasanatan, it's every single type of good, because it's nakira. That's the power of nakira. We're going to see this in Balagha. Allah Ta'ala will use nakira certain times to give a certain message. Yeah? And He will use ma'rifah certain times to give a certain message. But that's like, you know, a common dua that we see, and that's the power of that. So when we say Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana, it's like, oh Allah, what I think is good and what you know is good for me and I don't know about. And in the akhirah hasana. Like, what more could you ask for? It's brilliant. Yeah. Kalam of Allah haq. Okay. Jazakumullah khair wa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi. Okay. Can you just press that close? You know the red button at the bottom? Just click that.
That on there.
It's the bottom one, yeah.
End stream.
Yeah. You click that. Yeah, and then press whatever. That's it, yeah.